So when you go to the next chapter, we are going to learn projectile motion. Projectile motion means just like a ball. A ball is thrown upwards and it comes down. So it is a two-dimensional motion. When you talk about one-dimensional motion, we only consider either one direction, either vertically upward or vertically downward. So we split that entire motion into two different motion. That's what last class I explained to you. Know when you find out the velocity of a ball throwing upwards, we forget about it is falling. We only take it that. So that is one-dimensional motion. Okay. When you come to projectile motion, we have to consider it goes and come down. So both we consider as a test stretch. So that is motion in two dimension. Okay. Yes. And some of them have asked the doubt regarding the derivations. I just give you a summary of the derivation once again. Maybe still there are some people have problem with the derivation of equation of motion. Before that, last class we discussed chapter 3. So first and second chapter, the notes what I have given. First, you have to study from that notes. First one is fundamental forces and properties. Okay, so write in fundamental forces. Chapter 1 and 2 combined, we have to learn fundamental forces in nature. Fundamental forces in nature and features of each one. Okay, that is short range, long range, features of each force. Okay, fundamental forces in nature and features of each force. That is all the properties. Which is the short range force, which is the weakest force. Weakest force is gravitational force. The strongest force is strong nuclear force. If you don't mention strong, I won't give you marks because we have two nuclear force. One is weak nuclear force, one is strong nuclear force. Correct? So, and in that note, I think I have mentioned about the example also. Strong nuclear force means binding of the neutrons and protons to the nucleus. That is strongest nuclear force. Okay. Weak nuclear force is the all type of radiations. Beta, gamma, infrared, alpha radiations. Okay. All these are weak nuclear force. Clear? So that's the difference between both. Gravitational force, you know. Electromagnetic force, you can say 10th standard, you studied about solenoid. Solenoid, circular loop. When the current flows through it, it will behave like electromagnet. So it's an example electromagnetic force. Correct? Solenoid. Yeah? So that is 10th standard you have studied. Then another part you have to learn prefixes. Prefixes, all that nano, mega, micro, all the meanings. Nano, micro, mega, etc. So many I have given. Okay. Up to exa. Exa and theta. These are the ones you have to study. Whatever I have given, only that. Its meaning. Meaning means nano stands for 10 to the minus 9. Micro means 10 to the power of minus 6. Mega means 10 to the power of 6. Okay. And also the questions under this. Write in the meaning of the prefixes. If I give 2 nanometer, you have to give me answer 2 into 10 to the power of minus 9 meter. Okay. Exa, femto. When you say femto, you have to give me answer in into 2 into 10 to the power of minus 50. That way. Okay. Another type questions which can come under this is if I give you like this. Okay. So many zeros. So many powers of 10, you have to convert it in terms of powers. That I am made you to do it. Because in physics, it's very important when you come to the practical calculation. So you have to thorough with it. So count the numbers, easy tips. Count the numbers of these powers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is 1 by 10 to the power of 8, and final answer is 10 to the power of minus 8. Then like that you should give me answer. Okay? Yeah. Maybe it will be like this also. 54 by 1000 like this. I don't want the answers in 0.0000. That's not one. I don't want answers like that. What answer I wanted? This way. Clear? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 to the power of minus 6. This is what I want the answers. So don't give me answer like 0.000. No, that's not what I meant. Okay? Because we don't write the answers always like this. Similarly, if I give you answer 62, this many zeros, zeros, give me the answers in terms of the powers. Correct? So that's it. That's the meaning of it. Okay? So this is a part of the second part of the questions come from chapter 1 and chapter 2. Okay? Next is number 3, fundamental quantities, fundamental and derived quantities. Fundamental and derived quantities difference. So you can give differences. Differences, fundamental and derived quantities. I also forgot in the third chapter also you have differences, distance and displacement. Please write under this also. I forgot that day. Distance and displacement. Then speed and velocity. Speed and velocity. This is chapter 3. Then uniform motion and non-uniform. So there will be questions, differentiate between this or distinguish between or write the differences between with examples. Okay, so that's what. Then in your book what I have given you, what else I have given you? There is a printer note in that I have given you the rules to write the units, correct? Have you go through it? Rules to write the units. If you have that notes, everyone take it with you, please. If you have notes with you.
I'll check in note.
Ma'am,
Those who take it. In that, apart from this, I have mentioned some extra. One is what? Units, no? Writing this. Just, Gauri, can you just tell me in that which are the parts I have given in the first and two? Just read it, that heading only. Maybe some of you may not have noticed that.
Chapter 2, right, ma'am?
Chapter 2 and 3, 2 and 1 combined. That 4 sheets I have given you, no? First. In that you just read that headings, what are things I have given, because I have to just remember what are things I have given you.
Chapter 1, fundamental forces in nature.
Okay, after that, in the notes after that,
Each force with definition and the characteristics are given.
What?
Each force with their definitions and the characteristics are given.
Okay, that's all. That's okay. After that.
That's all about the first chapter. Then second chapter, units definition.
Units definition. How many definitions I have given in that? Just can you read just heading?
Units. In order to measure a physical quantity, its value is compared with the value of a standard of the same kind. The standard is called unit.
Okay. Below that?
In the measurement of a physical quantity, two things are involved, a number and a unit.
Yeah, that's all in the physical units. Okay. After that, next one?
Characteristics of good unit.
Units. How many points are there, Gauri?
4.
4 points. Can you read one by one, please?
It should be well defined, easily accessible, invariable, easily reproducible.
Yes, okay. Next one?
Fundamental and derived units.
Hmm. Then afterwards,
Rules for writing units.
yeah. How many rules it is there?
5.
Yeah, that rules you have to study. Okay, that also next section you have to write rules to write the units, because some of the times you don't know the difference between some of the units when you write, because these are very important for your practical. Hmm? So next year and all we don't have to teach you all this. That's why this is important. Actually, the second chapter may basically depending mentioning, explaining to you the how do you perform the science lab activities. Since it is not there for your exam, these things are how to be discussed qualitatively. That is according to the board. So not detailed, qualitatively. So that's why I have given you little notes. Clear? Otherwise, we have to have a detailed one. So no detailed. So rules to favor this one. So that is another part you have to study. Rules to write SI units. Okay. So see, some of you may be wondering force. Force SI unit is Newton. And some of you will write Newton, N is capital. So in physics, suppose it's a scientist name. Always the unit you should not write with the capital, you will write with the small letters. Newton. But in writing this, you only indicate the alphabet. That should be capital. Okay. This is correct. But this is wrong. Okay. So I can ask you a question, true or false. This is all come under objective type section. 20 marks, objective type. You will get these rules and the questions related to it. So that you have to study. Similarly, Pascal. Pascal, this is the correct way to write. Suppose you are writing full name of the scientist. But if you mention the only alphabet, then PA. So that's very important in physics. Okay. That's some rules. Anything's different from this, Gauri? What else is written?
Many videos are of
Yeah, good morning, sir.
hmm,
Okay, can you read that one by one, that SI units?
Yes, units are rules for writing units.
Rules for writing, sorry, rules for writing. That's the one. We are just discussing, no? That one.
The symbol of a unit which is not named after a person is written in the lower letter.
Mm.
For example, meter, kilogram. That.
Okay. That is correct. Since it is not in the name of a scientist. Okay. That you can write it with the capital letter. That one. Otherwise, symbol is M, CM, DM, all that. Okay. Next one.
The symbol of a unit which is named after a person is written with a capital initial letter.
Yeah.
Full name of a unit, even if it is named after a person, is written with a lower initial letter.
Yeah. Okay.
A compound unit formed by multiplication of two or more units is written after putting a dot or leaving a space between the two symbols.
So, what's the example for that?
Newton meter.
Newton meter. Capital N, M, small m. Okay. Next.
Then a unit in its short form is never written in plural.
Unit in a short form?
Is never written in plural.
In plural. That means don't say newtons, meters and all. Meter. Whether it's a 25 meter, 30 centimeter, we will not write 30 centimeters. Amperes. No. It's a singular. Okay. That's all?
Yes, ma'am.
Next session in that notes, what is given?
System of units.
System of units. That is actually basic. So there are mainly 3 systems of units you have. Which is the one? Anyone remember? Did you learn 9th standard this, children?
FPS, MGS.
FPS, CGS, MKS. Okay. FPS means what is the full form of FPS, Meenakshi? FPS. I think Steffi will tell me. Where is Steffi? These
Yes.
okay, she was here, I don't know. What happened to Gayatri? Yeah, okay. All are there. So FPS, what stands for F? Before taking meter, centimeter, we used to use an old way of, anyone remember anything?
Foot.
Foot, correct. Okay. I don't have to teach you, should come. If F is foot, what is P?
Pound.
Pound.
Pound, correct. And if it is,
Second.
then CGS. What is C, Ashwin? What is C? CGS.
Centimeter.
Centimeter. G stands for?
Gram.
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 Ah.
Second.
Correct. MKS means?
Meter. Kilometer. Meter.
Second. Okay. And MKS system is the one afterwards we generalized into international standard units, that is SI unit. Okay. So MKS system is the one now we are existing. Okay. But sometimes when you construct the house and all, they used to measure feet. 2 feet, 3 feet, it's there, it's available, not available, it is conveniently using, but majority when you learn, when you do problem and when you discuss something physical quantity is always in KS system, that is international standard of,
Ma'am.
yes.
While building homes and all, they tell square feet.
Square feet, that's what construction of building is actually square feet, and they also labor in charge, they will say for per square feet 1,500 rupees, 800 rupees and all. Okay, because for building it is easy, meter is too small for building construction and all. So for practical way of life we are still using that feet.
If you're using meter, will it be too much?
Pardon?
If you're using meter, right? Instead of.
So when we calculate, it is a square feet. But when we get that planning, the engineer draw that planning, no, that they will convert all the feet into MKS system. You get the planning in that. Okay. Square feet or square or 500 square. The area of the house, 3,000 square. So that's what. Okay. So when they, the labors means they are according to that old way of experienced learning. So they use feet. Okay. But architect and all, when they draw the planning and all, they will be mentioned inches and either the meters. Okay. Okay. Gauri, continue. After that, what else is there?
Basic units or fundamental units.
Fundamental equation. Okay, apart from this, I told you vernier calipers and screw gauge, don't discuss now. Next year when we have a practical session, that's time I will teach you that, because without lecturing it cannot be done, because device is very minute. I have to show you each one in the lab. Okay. Then anything regarding degree and radian, I think that's the one. Next one. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Supplementary units.
Supplementary units. So already learned fundamental units and derived units. The supplementary units, that is also for your knowledge of your practicals, physics practicals, degree and radian conversion. Okay. For example, 30 degree. This is we mainly uses in spectroscopy. That is not in the degree level, I mean not in plus 2 level, degree level. Degree MSc level, we will learn spectroscopy in detail. So in that case, we will have the angle of deviation, angle of minimum, like that, so many terms are there. So in that, when you do the calculation, usually to convert, for example, a light is falling on a, you have learned in the standard optics, no? Refraction, we have learned angle of refraction. Which are the angles we learned? Can you remember that one?
Incidence.
Angle of incidence. Anyone?
Angle of refraction.
Angle of
Reflection.
refraction. Then angle
Reflection.
of reflection. Yes. Then when the light is coming out after refraction.
Emergence.
Yes, Sania.
Angle of emergence.
Angle of emergence. Then one more. Prism. What's the angle of prism? Then at which dispersion takes place? We a particular angle. Which is the least deviated color? Do you remember least deviated color dispersion? And
Blue.
Least right.
blue, violet, least deviated is red. More deviated is
Violet.
violet. Okay, that we are coming in +2. So in that case, when you do the calculation, sometimes we cannot write answer in degree. We need to convert it in terms of pi. That's why it's given radian. Okay, okay. Can you read that one, Gauri? That comparison. Read it. That supplementary units.
Ma'am, the definitions.
Definition, no, just read that. That values enough. No need of studying definition, only that values.
Pi radian is equal to 180 degree.
Okay, then
Then 1 radian is equal to 180 degree by 7.27 degree.
okay. So in that you only learn that values, that comparison. No need of studying the definition for your exam. Okay. Ashwin, what happened? Why are you laughing? Something is happening there. Oh?
No, ma'am.
Okay, children, so this was a power failure. So I think that's all about the first and second chapter. Anything you have doubt regarding those two chapters? That's all you study for your exam.
Ma'am, a small doubt.
Yes, Punya.
Angle is degree is given by pi by 180, right? So
No.
like it's a ratio.
Pi by 180 means sometimes it comes 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi, like that. Okay, Punya.
So
So,
ma'am, I mean like if it's a ratio, why does it have a SI unit like
rate, it's not a ratio actually. The reason is that the standard value is radian. So it is related, this SI unit has been got it relating to the arc, major arc, and this of the circle. 10 no, arc, major arc, minor arc. So this the equation has been derived from that kind of things. Okay, so maybe because of that it has given in terms of radian. Usually ratio has no unit.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
Ratio has no unit, but this is related to arc. So max teacher may be knowing much better, because I don't know that derivations we didn't study in that. Okay, so maybe you started +2. Have you 3 in +1? No, so far.
No, ma'am.
So it is coming only. Okay, so that time you will be understanding it. For the point of physics, we have to only learn the relation and you just convert. But in +1, we don't use that much. Okay, this is in +2 level. Okay, yeah. Others, all of you, see majority of video is off again. So now there is, someone has asked regarding the displacement, velocity displacement relation.